Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. You may have noticed that I got a new look and it is in preparation of my new island theme, which is Alice in Wonderland Inspired Island. I say inspired because I don't want to burn myself out if I happen to not add everything from the movie. I love how Judy just struts her way in with the mislabel shades and her little purse. Okay Judy, I see you girl. She's coming back like just in case you didn't notice me before. Here I am again. But anyways, back to what I was saying before Miss Judy came in and interrupted me. This is Alice in Wonderland Inspired Island. There will be a lot of areas that you will notice that are from the movie, but I still want to have the freedom of building the island how I want. But I've retired my fairy dress. She will be missed, but it's time for a fresh new theme. And I think this one is going to be super fun and I'm sure you guys will love it. It's still in the fairy tale theme, but I won't be doing any fairy core builds for a while now. I'm not sure if I'll ever go back to fairy core, but we'll see. I wanted to show you guys my island. I completely flattened it. This is my first island that I created on my channel, and I decided to flatten everything because I really like the layout of this island and I didn't want to start all over again. I also added a new person just so that I can have more storage space. I know I'm not the only one that does this, but yeah, this is my island completely flat. It feels so weird to not have anything, but I'm super excited to start building. I have an idea in mind on the entrance, but I won't be able to do it all in this video just because the idea that I have in mind is going to take up the entire section of this area. So I'm just going to start off with my entrance first, and then in the next video I will keep going with the resident services. I'm also coming through with some new custom designs. I spent so long flattening this island while I was also looking for new custom designs that will fit this island theme, and I found a few. I'm not completely done with the custom design list, so once I finish I will make a video with everything just in case you guys want to download some of the custom designs for yourself. While I was creating the entrance, I went back and watched the first Alice in Wonderland movie, the one that came out in 1951, and I got the inspiration for this entrance from that movie. There were a lot of dirt paths, lots of pops of color. There were also a lot of pansies in the movie, so I made sure to get as many pansies as I can. But I love this path so much because it's not your typical dirt path. It has these mushrooms on there with some sprinkle of color, which makes this path super unique. And you know I had to add the eat me cookie. I did find a drink me custom design and I want to show you guys later how I ended up using it. For the entrance, I really wanted it to reflect the beginning of the movie where she was getting her history lesson and follows the white rabbit and goes into the world of Wonderland. I also wanted to add some custom designs that reflect the whole movie. Since this is the entrance, I want people when they come over to the island to get a sense of what the whole island is about just from the entrance. Also, my airport, you probably already noticed, is super close to my resident services. It's not as close as I've seen from other people, but I did get lucky that I have a good amount of space to decorate. I am going to create some ponds in this build just because in the movie I did see that there were a lot of water and ponds in the background, so I wanted to incorporate that in my entrance. Also, building cliffs and adding waterscaping really gives an illusion that your island is bigger than what it is, so that is what I'm doing here. For the resident services, I am going to enclose it and I'm going to elevate the rest of my island and bring it to a second tier. It's going to be more work, but I think it's going to be worth it because it will look so much nicer that way. I can create some second areas and little secret areas if I wanted to. I have so many ideas in mind that I can't wait to share with you guys. Also, one thing that I've noticed with the vines is that sometimes when you're building you can't do certain things because the vines get in the way, but I noticed that if you remove it and then add it later on, like go on top of the cliff just like I did, it works somehow. I don't know why, but the game has its way of doing things. But anyways, I did find this other mushroom path. I love this one because it is pink and red and it matches the dirt path that I placed earlier. I was debating if I wanted to add a green grass path, but I couldn't help myself and I was like, I'm just gonna add this because I know having just a dirt path everywhere is going to bother me personally and I like to have options. So right now I have 4 different paths that I'm going to use for this island and I think that's about it. We'll see because I say that and then boom, another path shows shows up. Right now I am creating some cliffs. I mentioned that I wanted to elevate the island to a second tier, so this is just the process that I'm doing right now. I am going to add a staircase here so that you have the option to go upstairs when you come to my island. Now I'm just adding some greenery for this island. I am going to add all of the colored flowers, so you're gonna see some flowers and colors that I haven't used before, and I'm going to use a lot of furniture that I feel like people aren't using enough or forget to, because there's so many items, especially furniture items in this game, that we forget sometimes, and it just gets lost in the sauce. I decided to add a pond here because I wanted to block off this section. I wanted to force you to go down to the beach because later on I will be decorating my beaches, so I want a way for you guys to go to the beach and see everything. Now I'm just decorating this area where I'm going to put the staircase. I added the tiny library and the little book design to resemble when Alice and her mom was reading in the beginning of the movie. I also added the mirror to resemble Alice through the Looking Glass movie, and I added a lot of the Bunny Day furniture because I felt like it fit the theme nicely. Can you tell that I'm having so much fun with this new theme? This island is going to be filled with a bunch of mushrooms, just to give you a heads up. And here I added the drink me design on top of the little Mario mushroom. Doesn't it look so cute here? I absolutely love it. Here is the third path that I'm using. I found this red flowered one and I love this path so much because it has some mushrooms on it and it's such a unique path that I had to just use it. For this side of my entrance, I am going to build a bridge. I did something like this in my first island, but I had the bridge on the left side, so I decided to change it up and add it on the right. I really wanted to saturate the entrance with a bunch of things. As you can see, I was adding just a bunch of seasonal items. I did forget to mention that I got rid of Meringue and I switched her with Tia. I wanted Tia for so long. I had so many cute villagers that I didn't know who to give up, so I made the tough decision and gave up Meringue for Tia because I'm going to create the infamous tea party and I want to use her house as that area. If you have any suggestions on villagers that I should have on my island, please let me know in the comments. I've been looking at villager lists and I can't decide who I should change up for this island, but if you have an idea, please let me know because that would really help me out a lot. I am so indecisive. For this top section, I'm just filling it up with some random stuff. I might extend this cliff in the future, but I'm just going to leave it like this for now. I do want to add the Red Queen onto this island, so I want to find a section where I can add her castle and maybe create the field. That would be super cool to do. I did find some custom designs that will go great with her castle, so maybe sometime in the future I'll do that. By the way, I lost a clip of me creating the cliff on the right, but it's nothing special. I just created some cliffs so that I can connect it with the bridge that I'm making. I will most likely destroy that cliff in the future. I just wanted to have something there for the video. I don't know what's wrong with my game capture card. I think it secretly hates me because it keeps deleting clips. Every time I create a diagonal bridge, I 98% of the time struggle with it. Sometimes I think it's too far, sometimes I think it's too close, and to adjust it is such a pain, but I love the look of the diagonal bridge. It just looks super clean. I finally adjusted it and I like how this one turned out. I also lost the clip of me adding the staircase, but here it is. I went with the stone staircase to match the stone bridge. For this top part, I'm not going to go too crazy with it because I will be extending this area more and I might add a villager home here or my nook's cranny, but for this video I just wanted to add something up here so it doesn't look bare. I might add my nook's cranny here just because it will be easier for people that visit my island to get to, but we will see because I changed my mind too much. Also, I forgot to mention this because I was super excited to start this build, but the dress that I'm wearing can be found in the game. It's called Adventure Dress and I paired it with some flower stockings, some black Mary Janes, and a giant black bow. I love adding the vanity and the wardrobe because it looks like a giant Easter egg and I think it looks super cute here. Plus, I would not be using these DIY furnitures anywhere else, so putting it on my island really adds a nice little touch. And I'm finishing off this area with the fencing so it can look like a little egg here. I'm adding this pansy table here to look like a giant flower, and I'm just finishing off this build by adding some more bushes, some more custom designs, and adjusting the flowers to how I want it to look. And with that, we are done with the build. Here is how the entrance looks. I absolutely love this entrance so much. It looks so good. It came out so much better than I thought. I really love the idea of adding the staircase here with the mirror. It really shows you entering Wonderland through the mirror. I just wanted to show you guys how the top view looks so far. And I also wanted to show you how the bridge looks so far. I really think this entrance really embodies Alice in Wonderland. It's super colorful and I can't wait to continue building this island. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. I love you all always. Take care and I'll see you in the next video.